Hello. Um, if you were part of the G.A.T.E program by CIA, this video is for you because I'm going to help you how you can regain your memory, okay? Because I know. So if you know the government is cloning celebrities, right? But if the body isn't available, or if the celebrity has unique skills, okay? Instead of changing the body, they focus on the brain and they change the celebrity's brain, okay? So your certain parts of your memory is blocked and or slash removed by that technology, okay? That brainwashing technology. That technology is also used on the celebrities. And that technology is very advanced nowadays, okay? uh many decades ago it was, well, yes, but right now it's horrible. I mean, the effect is horrible. It really harms, okay? So in this video I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to try to help you regain your consciousness and touch with your soul more, okay? First of all, so what they do is they delete or erase your memory, okay? Or they change all, it's like they try to disrupt your character, your identity. And by doing that, they don't just change the memory, okay? They also change the consciousness itself, okay? They, in a way that, okay, they also have this technology that it they literally disrupts the soul, okay, the essence of the human being. So but that disrupting the soul, okay, is not done to the children who were part of the G.A.T.E program, okay? So there is two different functionality of that brainwashing technology, okay? But what I am getting from the universe, the message that I'm getting from the universe is that healing is possible, okay? Whether you are one of those celebrities and you have blank memory, or you were part of the G.A.T.E program when you were a child, you can heal, you can regain your memory, you can touch your soul more, and also it created some blockages in your body, in your brain, in your gifts, okay? You can unlock them, okay? Like you can heal, okay? But for the disrupting the soul part, okay? Like Jim Carrey, okay? The most recent example is Jim Carrey. He's not conscious right now. He's not conscious because what they did is, so yes, they, well, disrupted his memory and his character, his soul, but in the brain, okay, they they shut it off like as one part, okay, and they tied it tied that consciousness to something, maybe like a word, okay? That's the key. So because of that, like, they shut it off and they created, it's like as if they created another personality, okay? And they unlock it with words, maybe, okay? Like, maybe. Um so if you have seen the Jim Carrey in the latest public speech, okay, that's consciousness that does the speech, okay, that is on the front line. That's not the real Jim Carrey's consciousness, okay? His identity is suppressed and ripped apart, and a new consciousness is created. That is the brainwashed one, okay? The real consciousness, the real Jim Carrey, is below, okay? So when Jim Carrey was doing his speech, he was brainwashed. He was taught what to do, how to behave, okay? That was taught to the Jim Carrey. So it is that brainwashed new consciousness, okay? And these are not connected. So all these features, all these elements, okay, of that brainwashing technology, that MK Ultra, etc. Okay, so if, like, if you come across my video and well, if you have the consciousness, you probably don't have what Jim Carrey has gone through, okay? But if you were part of the G.A.T.E program and you have blank memory, you have that in that type of category, just like Selena Gomez. Before explaining my help, okay, I also give you a psychic information I have. I feel like Selena Gomez has also gone through something very similar. Just like, yeah. So Selena Gomez has gone through something like deleting their memory. Yeah. It wasn't like they tried to, okay? They tried to, because whenever they can do, they try to do it. They try to, with that brainwashing technology, okay? For the celebrity, okay? For the celebrities, they try to rip the soul apart. They try to disrupt the soul. They try to disrupt the consciousness, but it was, it had bad effects on Selena Gomez, but what was done mostly, it was erasing the memory, okay, for Selena Gomez, okay? So that's what happened for the Selena Gomez. And for the people who were part of the G.A.T.E program when they were children, okay, that G.A.T.E program by the CIA for uncovering the psychic children. And if you have blank memory, they didn't do what they did to Jim Carrey to you, okay? So you didn't undergo what Jim Carrey had undergone, okay? Your problem, what you had gone through was alteration of the memory, okay? It was suppressing the memory. I feel like it's not exactly erasing the memory, but instead it is suppressing the memory, so much suppressing, okay? And maybe deleting, but I feel like you can regain your memories. I feel like, yeah, you can regain memories. Okay, so on the 11th minute, now I'm going to start how you can regain your memory if your memory is being altered, deleted, modified by these brainwashing technology of the government, okay? First of all, like literally, okay? Know that there is hope, okay? Know that there is hope, and know that you can heal, okay? Because the very first thing they do is taking away your hope, okay? So know that you are one in your body and in your soul, okay? And you can heal. Okay, you can heal. Okay? You can heal completely. You can. Maybe it is difficult, yes, like maybe, yeah, but yes, it is possible, like you can heal, okay? You can regain all your memories, all your consciousness, okay? Second, you're not alone. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I guess the people who had undergone this situation feels like they're alone, but you are not, okay? This situation and everything is known by the universe. Like, you're not alone. It was seen, okay? Yeah, in a good way. You're not alone, in a good way. Three, so if you were part of the G.A.T.E program, your memories are suppressed a lot in a way that your memories, like, erased. If I use the word erased, it wouldn't be wrong. It wouldn't be wrong, okay? Because it is suppressed a lot. Like, that's what I'm getting as psychically, okay? That's what I'm getting information. That's what I'm seeing in the energy, okay? It is just suppressed, but deeply, okay? So how you're going to gain that memory is, I know this is going to sound very abstract, but go deep into yourself. Meditation can help. But I feel like, yeah, you can do meditations and all that. It can help. Also, I feel like maybe journaling can help, because you are, but don't do it like, oh, I feel this, I feel that, okay? When you're journaling, okay, try to go deep into yourself. It's like, try to go into your subconscious mind, okay? It's like, oh, I was a child, and like, try to write everything you remember, and when you feel like there are blanks, try to remember, like maybe meditate on certain blank parts, okay? Like instead of trying to regain your memory of all of them, okay? Just piece by piece, maybe like it is this piece blank, 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 blank. Okay, so just focus on piece by piece, okay? Write it down. I was part of this program, and that day after school, blah blah blah, and I was like, maybe I went to the facility, and then I was back home. I don't remember, like try to remember, but piece by piece, okay? Just focus on one day or one situation at a time, okay? And okay, also, I don't know, it's the third, fourth, fifth. Um, Hypnosis can help because it's actually in the subconscious mind. Okay, what I'm getting is that your memories are in your body. Your memories, you still carry them, but they are in your subconscious mind. But normally, in the healthy human being, subconscious minds, even though it is not remembered, it still also has effects in our conscious decision making, right? But I feel like in your case, those blank memories in your subconscious mind does not affect your conscious decision making. So what you're going to try is that you're going to try to connect with that subconscious and conscious. But it's kind of tricky because yes, you don't remember, but it's also like a closed area, like a no connection type of thing. So that's why hypnosis can help, because your consciousness must go deep down. Like your consciousness must go somewhere. Like your consciousness must go to that subconscious place. But that subconscious place is like closed. It's like closed. But once you make a connection, okay, once your brain makes a connection, um it's going to open up, okay? It's like, what I'm seeing is that it's like a balloon, that the air in the balloon is closed, right? But if you like poke something, I guess poke is the correct vocabulary, I don't know English, it poofs, right? It poofs, like all that air comes up. But this tip is very tiny, so we don't need big knives to puff the balloon, right? So this is something like that. That's what I'm talking about. We just need to get there, okay? And it's, yeah, deep, but we can. And once we get there, like we can make it come to the front. Instead of being there a closed subconscious mind, it can be open subconscious, and then it can go to the front and it can be part of your memory that you can access daily. Yeah, these are everything that I am getting psychically, okay? Also, for the people who were part of the G.A.T.E program, you not remembering, okay, you not remembering your memories also, it has effects on your gifts. So you were part of the G.A.T.E program because you have psychic abilities. You have intuition, high intuition. So because your memory has blank, okay? Okay. I just took a little break. I'm fine. So that blank memories you have has also affected your gifts, your psychic abilities. And maybe, okay, I'm just going to give you the reason. If you couldn't use your psychic gifts from your childhood up until now, there is a reason for that, because your psychic abilities, you opened them, you used them, but the consciousness where you used your psychic abilities, that consciousness of yours is closed, is shut off. It's because it is closed, okay, because it is buried. That's why you cannot use your psychic gifts. That's why you feel blocked when you try to use your psychic gifts, because your brain is kind of trying to, because what is happening is that your brain, that way of thinking, okay, that way of thinking is using a psychic ability, right? That way of thinking is tied to that connection, that consciousness, okay? But that, because that consciousness, that's memory, okay, is buried, that's why when you try to focus on your gifts, your brain is like trying to figure out, okay, how to do that. It's like, yeah, it's like that's way of your brain works is also ripped apart. It's like it is separated, okay? That way of your brain's way of using, way of operating, yes, that's the word. That way of operating is also separated from your consciousness. So yeah, that's why. And during your meditation practices, you can go within. I feel like you can heal yourself. I feel like literally, if you focus on your energy, like the energy, when if you focus on your hand, you feel tingling, right? That's energy of your brain or your aura, your um I don't know, bio electromagnetic thing. If when you focus on your energy and your heart, I feel like you can heal yourself as well. That's what I'm feeling. Okay, take it as a help from universe. Okay. So during your meditation practice, focus on your energy, focus on your heart, like maybe focus on what you love, or maybe what you loved during childhood. The purpose of this is to make a connection, okay, so that your brain's way of operating goes to the past and tries to make a connection with the present. And with that connection, that's going to be the tip to puff the balloon, okay? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from the universe, okay? My psychic channeling is comes from the universe. So it's like I want to help you, and I am getting this help from the universe, okay? So what I'm telling you, what to do, etc., those advices doesn't come from me. All of these are my psychic channelings. I have gifts, like I can sense brain psychically, okay, psychically, energy wise, okay, and I can gain informations like solutions, um, and I channel from the universe, and this is the solutions, this is the help that I get from the universe, that the universe gives me, and that's what I see. Okay, so please, these are very valuable advices, and don't forget the first and second step that I have told in the beginning of this video. Know that you can heal, you can regain all your consciousness, okay? You can heal completely. Like, even if your soul is being ripped apart, even if your character, your consciousness is distorted, okay, you can heal, you can heal, you can regain your consciousness, your memories, and you can unblock all your psychic gifts. You can become one, and you're not alone. Yeah. So yeah. Um yeah. I want to help you. Universe wants to help you. What you had go through, um it's sad and it's bad, but you can become whole again. Yeah, so that's it for this video about like all the things and hypnosis, like meditation, everything, like how you can regain your consciousness memory. I just told you I have offered my help, and other than that, this is 30 minutes right now. I'm going to continue in this video for a couple minutes as well, and in the next minutes I'm going to talk about what happens, like what has happened when certain memories were okay. What I'm going to tell you is that, so right now Jim Carrey is unconscious because well, as I have told you, like, you know, this you know, I have explained all of that. So the Jim Carrey that we know, it's in there, but it is unconscious, okay? So all that talking that Jim Carrey does in the public, it is programmed, okay? It is programmed. It is the surface on top of the brainwashing part, okay? So nowadays, okay, if you try to like talk with Jim Carrey about about his favorite novels, or like, he cannot talk, okay? He cannot make conversations because right now Jim Carrey's consciousness is working, like Jim Carrey's consciousness right now, like his brain operates with what has programmed, okay? That's okay. I hope I am understandable. Like I know I don't have good English, but I'm really trying my best, and it is 33 minutes right now. And I know I have explained in some parts of what I am trying to say in the beginning of this video. So I don't want to repeat myself, but I hope I am understandable. So what is happening is that you cannot have a conversation with Jim Carrey right now, okay? He's unconscious. He is right now, he's a puppet. He's a programmed puppet, okay? And like, if you try to, like, I don't know what, maybe Olympics, maybe favorite foods, you know, you cannot talk, you know, any these topics, okay? Because these topics are like, you know, as a human being, I have my favorite food, you know, this is in my brain, you know, I have this memory, this, it is tied to my character, tied to my original consciousness, right? But because Jim Carrey is right now unconscious, he like, you know, like, of course, like, the consciousness that Jim Carrey had you know, that carries all that, you know, information about what's his favorite food, etc. It's the unconscious, okay? It's the unconscious part, like, because the Jim Carrey, his character, his original consciousness is unconscious right now. So, like, he's right now, okay, a programmed puppet right now. And why now? Because uh, what has happened to Jim Carrey was recent. It was recent. It was like maybe a couple months ago, okay? So it is very recent, very new. That's why. But then if the Jim Carrey, you know, continues his life, existing like this, and so what happens, okay? I'm going to tell you what happens when the body, the brain continues like that as a puppet, okay? So what happens is that what because I feel like this is also what has happened. No, I'm not going to say that right now. So what happens, you know, this puppet Jim Carrey continues existing, okay, like this, like, like all that programmed things. What's gonna happen is that the programmed parts, okay, he will be programmed, and like, he will, like, brainwashed, yeah. He will get new informations about the next things, like at the end of February he's going to attend an award show, okay, and he's going to give a speech. So his brain, by the secret government, okay, his brain is going to be programmed for what he's going to say in that award show, okay. And so this is going to continue for some time, okay. New programmings, and that way those new programmings is going to create its own consciousness, kind of, okay. But because that consciousness, and it's going to have its own memories as well, but because Jim Carrey continues living, right, continues existing, that's also part of a soul experiencing life, love, so it's like, because right now he's a puppet, but maybe a couple years later, okay, on top of that, on top of that, on top of that, okay, every experience on top of that, on top of that, it's going to have its own consciousness and own memory. And but so he will be able to, like, maybe started he will be able to start using logic, okay, not as how he was, okay, not like in the old way, not like in the old consciousness, but it's like a puppet gaining, like a puppet coming to alive, it's something like that, but I'm talking about the years, okay, years and years. So maybe like 3 years later, after all that, and when you have a conversation with Jim Carrey, he will be able to articulate and maybe have his own opinions, okay, but of course he's not going to remember, like, the past, okay. in that the illuminati made him forget some things, right? So he's not going to remember any of that in the next 3 years, like 5 years, even if like even if when his brain starts using some logic, some thoughts, having some starting having some opinions, okay. um so this is exactly what happens. It's like you have this one brain and there is this huge blank space. That's what I see energetically, okay. Psychically, that's what I see, what I get, okay. Your old consciousness, where you have all that memories, okay, all that informations that illuminati doesn't want, okay, wants the people to know, okay. And all that brainwashing, like everything, etc., etc., all that ripped apart, okay. And your consciousness is okay, it's gone. And maybe it's tied to something, okay, to because that is used in CIA. The soldiers, the brains of the soldiers, their characters were divided and used by activating those parts of memories with words, okay. It's like it's horrible, but that's the kind of structure in that brain, okay. That's what I'm seeing. if we if we know what that unlocking key is, yeah, we can immediately unlock that unconscious brain, like unconscious subconscious part of the brain, okay. But we don't know, but healing is possible. So in the next years, by the way, Jim Carrey never wanted any plastic surgery, but they did it. Like, he was unconscious and they did it. They were like, let's do this, let's add this. It's all illuminati's um thing. Like, it was all illuminati's decision. They forced him. He was unconscious. He was kidnapped. He didn't know anything. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about that. That's it. I guess I've said all I needed to say. Yeah. I'm thinking, what else I need to say in this video. Yeah, I've talked about Jim Carrey. I talked about consciousnesses. Oh, also one more thing. And so that's also what happened with Selena Gomez. Psychically, okay, I tried to not tune in with her energy because she's another human being, right? And I respect her energy and I respect her, but I don't know, like, my energy is tuning in with her energy and seeing what has happened. Maybe there's a reason for that. I don't know. But what I have just told you about, you lose a memory, like maybe it's very deep, etc., etc., etc. And when you are also brainwashed, okay, uh, the children, by the way, the children who were part of the G.A.T.E program, their memories were erased, well, suppressed only, okay? You are not brainwashed. Those children, they are not brainwashed. Only the memory, altering memory, okay? But for the celebrities, yeah, altering the memory and brainwashing, okay? Both of them. So what happened with this Selena Gomez is also same. Like that's, I don't know. Like this is not a psychic information that I get. It is a psychic energy, like energy wise, that I feel this way. I get this energy and I decode the energy. What I'm seeing is that more than a decade ago, they did this to Selena Gomez. I don't know. Maybe she knew something. I don't know. I don't go into detail. I don't try to see in detail, okay? But yeah, more than a decade ago, maybe like 14 years ago, 13 years ago, 14 years ago. That's what I feel, that's what I see. And her memory is same thing, okay? I'm going to use the word erased, okay? But, well, erased, suppressed. And she felt disconnected. She felt disconnected. And I don't think brainwashing was involved. What I'm seeing is that only the erasing the memory was involved. Okay, that's what has happened. So she felt disconnected. She felt like after that situation, she doesn't. I'm not sure if she. I feel like she doesn't remember. But anyway, and after that thing, she couldn't really connect the before and after. But but as she continued her life, experiencing life, okay, she created this front consciousness, okay, and